Hello everybody. So in today's video, I'm going to be going through my entire Nintendo Wii U collection, both physical and digital. Um, so uh, First I'll be showing the physical stuff, and then I'll go to my Wii U and show the digital stuff. Now as you can see right here, I don't exactly have nearly as many Wii U games as a lot of other collectors, and there's a reason for that. A lot of the games that are on the Wii U are available on other platforms, which is partly the reason why the Wii U failed. Why get a Wii U game? Why get a game on the Wii U when you could get it on another platform, which also performs much better? And there was also the bad marketing as well. I won't get into it in this video, but I will. There is a couple things I want to mention here. So first three games I'm going to show off. First I have Skylanders Trap Team and Skylanders Superchargers. The funny thing is, all six Skylanders games got a release on the Nintendo Wii U, and I find that quite interesting, just because the Wii U did not perform very well. So I'm curious as to how well these things did. Obviously, Skylanders kind of became a fad just because they pumped out too many, but I'm curious as to who bought these. Now part of the reason why I got the Wii U version is, of course, you get to play as Donkey Kong, and you can also play as Bowser too, assuming you bought certain versions, certain starter packs. So the Wii U version, you get Donkey Kong, and the Wii and 3DS version you get Bowser. And I got these pretty cheaply too, $5, $3.99. It's a pretty good deal, all things considered. Now, next game I got is Star Fox Zero, and despite the price tag, I actually got this for $1. Yes, that's right. I got this, and along with a lot of other games, for $1 because they were trying. Because what happened was, EB Games, or GameStop as they're now called, they actually began to clear out their Wii U collection. Their catalog of Wii U stuff, and I found out about it, and this was one of the games I managed to pick up, and for $1, that is an excellent deal. As for the game itself, well, I haven't gone past the tutorial stage. I'll probably, or actually the first stage, now I think about it, I'll probably get to it eventually. I still haven't finished the 3D, the Star Fox 64 3D, which I probably should get to at some point. So let's get to the other games here. Alright, so first I have Zombie U. This was a Wii U exclusive for a while until it was ported to other consoles. I hear it's one of the better exclusives. I think I read somewhere that they were going to make a sequel, but that got canceled because the Wii U did not sell very well. But it's definitely one of the more unique zombie survival game, just because you have one person on the gamepad, another one on the TV, which for 2012 was pretty interesting idea. Next up, Sonic Lost World Deadly 6 Bonus Edition. I got this used, but the download code still worked. So I got the Nights into Dreams bonus content, which was really nice. Now you can get this game on PC. However, you will not get the Wii U exclusive Yoshi and Legend of Zelda levels, which obviously will never come to the PC or any other platform, because Nintendo never wants to see any of their first-party IPs on anything but their own consoles. As for the game itself, well, I'm not sure what to say about this. I mean, it's a pretty middle-of-the-road game. A lot of people gave this a lot of flack because it resembled Super Mario Galaxy. Me, I can see that resemblance, having played Super Mario Galaxy prior to the Wii U version. Still, I would like to eventually... I'd still be interested to see if they port the game to newer platforms. Next up, we have Mario Kart 8. By the time I got this, the Switch version was already out, but part of the reason I got this was because I got it very cheaply. I can't remember. Yeah, I got this for like $12.49, which was awesome. And what even better is the fact that Nintendo, through their My Nintendo program, was giving away the DLC for the game for a certain amount of points, and I basically got the DLC, both DLC packs, along with this game, which is really awesome. I could have bought the Switch version, but I mean, which does have a better battle mode. But really, am I really about to pay what 4 or 5 times more for that? No thanks. And next up we got okay, Hyrule Warriors. This is that Legend of Zelda spin-off that was meant to hold us over until Breath of the Wild. The game now, much like Mario Kart 8, this did also get ported to Nintendo Switch and includes all the content between the Wii U and 3DS version. I bring up the 3DS version because the 3DS version got some exclusive content and made some fundamental changes to the games that were not present in the Wii U version. I got this one for $1 as well, which was awesome. I even got a second copy too, but I'll get to that in this moment. Now this over here is an interesting one. Mighty Number 9 for the Wii U. I remember Digital Foundry, they did their technical analysis of this. It was not good. I first played this game on the PlayStation 3. It really does not perform well at all, and I'm fairly certain the Wii U version doesn't either. But I got this for $1, and the DLC even worked, and it even comes with this really nice poster, so that's really neat. For $1, this is an amazing deal. Although I already have it on, but considering I have this on like PS3, PS4, and I was supposed to get it for Vita as well, but they never released that version along with the 3DS. So the only thing that's good about this is the fact that I got a physical copy now. I mean, the PS3 version was only digital. Basically, if you bought the PS4 physical edition, they gave you a download code that entitled you to the PS3 and the unreleased Vita versions, and you even got a digital copy of the PS4 version for some reason. I don't know why, but not that it matters. I mean, the game itself, it's not great. Next up, we have Rodeo The Sky Soldier. This is a bit of an interesting release because, as you can see, it says bonus game included. Long story short, one of the co-creators of Sonic the Hedgehog, he made this game for the Wii, but then they decided to port the game to the 3DS. But then when it came time to release, it was felt that obviously the Wii was already dead by that point, so they ported the 3DS version, which was heavily compromised, to the Wii U instead of just porting over the Wii version. Most likely because a third-party company did the 3DS port, and they thought, okay, rather than having to port over the Wii version to the Wii U, let's just take what we have already and just port that to the Wii U. Now, the Wii U version also came with the original Wii version as an added bonus, which is really neat. So you basically have both versions just to compare and see which one you like better. Some people say that the Wii version's better than the Wii U, just because, again, 3DS. It's based on the 3DS. The Wii U's based on the 3DS version, which was heavily compromised just to get it working on that system. Next up, Skylanders Swap Force. Got this for dirt cheap as well. Next up, Splatoon. Funny story. I actually got this when I initially got this. The game would not work on my Wii U, and I had to return the game and get another copy. The online multiplayer still was working, except for the fact. The online multiplayer is still active. The only issue is that my online experience has been very mixed, just because I keep getting disconnected on a regular basis. and unfortunately, I don't have a LAN adapter that works with the Wii U. I mean, I could order one, but am I really going to do that? No. Uh, but yeah, I've been meaning to finish this, but I got a lot of other things on my mind. Next up, Super Smash Brothers for Wii U. I got this right before the Super Smash Brothers Ultimate, so I kind of, admittedly, I did get a bit of burnt. That may have contributed to why I was so burnt out on the Switch release, just because I got my hands on this beforehand. There is still merit to having this version, I suppose. Although a lot of people would disagree, just because the Switch version, obviously, the Switch game obviously um, has a lot more fighters in it, but honestly, I'm trying to think what was. But I mean, if you can find this cheap, I guess this should suffice. I mean, heck, you can even use the 3DS as a controller on this thing. I don't think you can do that in Ultimate, so that's pretty neat. So we got enough. All right, let's get down to my last batch of games with case. Just Dance 4, as I mentioned, almost the entire franchise was playable on the Wii U at some point, up until the last couple of years when they decided to skip on the Wii U, just because low sales. Unfortunately, up until a couple of years ago, they also you could pretty much play all these games online, I think, but then they shut down the server, so only the latest game lets you play online, which is unfortunate. Nintendo Land. I still haven't played all the games on this, just because I don't have any friends to play with. And that's kind of the issue with the Wii U. You needed friends to play with this, but the issue is that in this day and age, even in 2012, people were already playing online. Next up, Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. So this is an updated version of Monster Hunter 3 Tri on the Wii. It also came to the 3DS, and you can even transfer your save file between the Wii U and 3DS version, which is pretty cool. Now, what's weird is that if you wanted to play online multiplayer in the 3DS version, you had to connect to the Wii U version or something like that. It's pretty weird. I mean, did they really expect the consumer to have both the 3DS and Wii U just to play online multiplayer for the 3DS version? Alright, next up, Kirby and the Rainbow Curse. Now, if you're wondering why the case is like this, it's because I printed it out. Unfortunately, they did not have the original box art, so I just printed it out for myself. I didn't have any color ink at the time, so that's why it's all gray. But this is a sequel to the DS game, and I've been meaning... I want to like Kirby, but I just can't... I played the first game on the 3DS Virtual Console, but I just can't find myself... convince myself to sit down and play this. Next up, Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Winter Games Sochi 2014. Gosh, that is a mouthful. I was disappointed that I was so disappointed when this game only got announced for the Wii U, just because I didn't have the console at the time. And from what I hear, it's a step down from the past games. In fact, this is where the franchise kind of takes a bit of a nosedive in quality, just because I forgot. I think it was the questionable controls, I guess. I mean, there was that one game where you had to switch from like the Wii U gamepad to the Wii remote, and that just felt clunky. And plus, there was also a lack of online multiplayer for most of the game modes, which really sucked. I managed to get this pretty cheaply, so and I'm aware that this game is hard to find, especially its sequel, Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games Rio 2016. That one's really hard to find, and I don't think I ever saw that on sale. It's ridiculous. But next up, I'm going to show off. I got a handful more games here, all of which I got for $1. So next up, I have Bayonetta 2, which I got for $1. That is amazing. I have the first game on the Switch, but and you get a discount by if you already own the first or second game, but it's still like $30 to $40 even with the discount. So it's really so this is nice. Although now I have to go back to the Wii U instead of just playing on. I do lose. I think you can play this port. I can't remember, but I'll get to this when I finish Bayonetta 1. Whenever I do that. Next up, Rayman Legends. This game was infamously delayed. For a whole year just to release it on other platforms, just because Ubisoft lost faith in the Wii U immediately, just as that console launched. I hear, yeah. So this game also got released on Switch, but the Switch version, despite having the title Definitive Edition, is not considered the Definitive Edition just because you can only play with up to 4 players, whereas the Wii U version lets you play with 5, which sucks. Still, got it for $1, so can't complain. And you can't go wrong with Lego. Okay, how do you the Lego Movie video game? Wait, hang on. The Lego Movie video. Okay, that's such an odd title. But so this is obviously based on the hit movie from I think 2014. Haven't seen the movie, although I did spoil some major plot points for myself, so it really doesn't matter. I'll get to this is definitely not high on my priority list, but the Lego games, they're pretty fun, so you can't go wrong with that, especially for $1. And here I have what you can go wrong with is Epic Mickey 2: The Power of Two. This game I hear is very mediocre at best. This was obviously a sequel to the Wii game, which also was mediocre from what I hear. I think this is the last game the company made before Disney Infinity, and then they got shut down after that. Disney Infinity became too expensive. Still, for $1, you can't go wrong. And I have here a second copy of Hyrule Warriors on the Wii U, just because, you never know. I saw a whole bunch of copies of Hyrule Warriors at this one EB Games location, just as they were selling it for $1, and I decided to pick one up. I kind of wish I waited because I went to another location which also had a whole bunch of these copies as well, with a case too. But I guess that's what I get for wanting to buy a second copy of the game. Alright, so that pretty much does it for my physical games. Really, I don't have a lot compared to others. Just because I don't want to collect just because I don't want to have a bunch of shovelware in my collection. I mean, a couple of the games I showed off were technically shovelware, but I just don't want to have too much of it. In fact, I actually skipped out on buying a lot of other Wii U games just because I didn't, for $1 that is, just because I didn't want, because they were the kind of games that, a lot of them were licensed games that I otherwise would not have played. Like Transformers, like the Transformers game, which is actually considered one of the worst Transformers games. I think it was Rise of the Darkspark or something like that, and that's considered one of the worst Transformer games, especially on Wii U, because you don't have the multiplayer mode is missing. Something that was pretty common with a lot of Wii U ports. So, anyways, with that said, let's move on to my digital collection. Alright guys, so here I am on my Wii U gamepad. So let's head over to the Wii U menu. Okay, so in terms of Wii U games, well, let's see here. I got Swapfire, which is, I'm pretty sure, is shovelware. Fatal Frame Made of Black Water. Now, this game just recently came out to Switch, but the Wii U version contains 2 exclusive costumes that are not available in the Switch version or any other versions. They're the Princess Zelda outfit and the Zero Suit Samus outfit. Next up is Mini Mario and Friends Amiibo Challenge, Amiibo Tap, Nintendo's Greatest Bits, Wii Sports Club, DuckTales Remastered, which I kind of regret getting because I could have just waited for. I only got the game because it was initially being delisted, but then they brought it back up. So there goes my $3 something. Next up, we have a bunch of shovelware, Humanitarian Helicopter, Daikon Set, Lucadian Chronicles, Pinball Arcade, Tank, a video, an animated short, which was a 20-minute video animation that was supposed to be promotional material for Star Fox Zero, Monster. Okay, this is the relay pack I was talking. Okay, so this is the app that you use for connecting the 3DS version of Monster Hunter 3 to the Wii U just to play online. And finally, we had Zen Pinball 2. So that's it for my Wii U games. Now I'm gonna show off. I'm gonna go to my Wii menu here, and the reason I want to do that is because okay, just give me a second here. Okay, so we can see here. Oh, great, my battery's dead. Of course. Okay, but the point I want to make is that I have a whole bunch of games here that were left on the system by the previous owner. So when I bought this Wii U, it came with a whole bunch of games that were purchased through the Wii Shop channel. Alright, my apologies guys, but my batteries, my Wii Remote are dead. This is what happens when you leave your Wii Remote out for too long. Batteries die. Alright. So as you can see here, go to oh no. Alright, we go to my SD card and we can see. Gosh, this is taking forever. Oh, Mega Man X2, my Final Fantasy, My Life as King, Mega Man 9, 10, Final Fantasy 6. Oh wait, no, that's 4. Kirby's Adventure, Zelda 2, Super Mario Brothers, Zelda, Super Mario Brothers Lost Levels, Kid Icarus, Castlevania, Ninja Turtles, Mario Bros. 2 USA, Metroid, Mega Man, Mario Bros. 3, Mega Man 3, Ghosts and Goblins, Mega Man 2, Final Fantasy, Mega Man 4, 5, Ace Racer, Super Mario World, Zelda, A Link to the Past, Super Metroid, Donkey Kong Country 2, Breath of Fire 2, Final Fantasy 2, Super Mario RPG, Kirby's Superstar, Kirby's Dream Land 3, Secret of Mana, Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, Mega Man X, Shining Force 2, Shining Force Earthworm Jim, Super Mario 64, Zelda Ocarina of Time, Paper Mario, Yoshi's Story, Zelda's Majora's Mask, Super Mario Bros. 2, Super Mario Party 2, Defend Your Castle, and finally, Dr. Mario Online RX. So yeah, I got a whole bunch of games that were already on this thing, to say the least, and that is just incredible. If you guys manage to find yourself a used console, make sure you check the Wii mode, because you never know if the previous owner bought a whole bunch of stuff on there and just left it there. He even had like a couple a number of Wii points left on this, which I used for something. I can't remember. But that's gonna do it for this video, guys. If you stuck around for the full 24.5 minutes, then thank you, and hopefully this will probably be my final Wii U video, just because I don't expect to get that many more games for it. I actually forgot that I actually forgot to do a video on the Wii U last year, And I probably didn't do it because I made a whole bunch of update videos. But that's going to do it for today, guys. Like always, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time.